Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear audience, Assalamu alaikum. I welcome you all to today's New Bangladesh. Here, as usual, we shall discuss our new people, new country, new economy, new philosophy, new education, new technology, overall, new Bangladesh. Today, in our studio, as our guest present, Dr. Mohammad Najmul Islam. Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Walaikum assalam.
How are you, sir?
I am fine, thank you. And thank you very much for inviting me in this new Bangladesh episode and Bangladesh Guardian channel, second time.
Thank you, sir. Dear audience, our today's topic is Bangladesh and Transboundary River Challenge. Dr. Najmul, sir, is a specialist in this field. Sir, tell us about you in brief, sir.
Actually, it is a very important issue for Bangladesh as physiographic condition and position of Bangladesh in the lower riparian area. We know that the Ganges, Brahmaputra, and Meghna, the huge basin area, and this basin area, 92.5% is outside of Bangladesh boundary, and another only 7.5% area within the Bangladesh. So in this GBM basin, Ganges, Brahmaputra, Meghna basin, if any kind of precipitation occurred or any kind of flood situation or drought situation are faced, its impact going towards the Bangladesh because all the GBM basin water is going through Bangladesh. So that's why this is very important for Bangladesh.
Well, sir, as far as I know that your PhD topic was based on this type of research, I think, river or like this?
Yes, it was the lower riparian area, especially lower Ganges River area. You know that the many people of Bangladesh is living in the floodplain and within the river shoreline area. So around 8 to 10% population is living in this area. So their livelihood, economy, and their resilience capacity against these recurrent flood and river erosion disasters is very dynamic. So that's why it was my topic, and I did my PhD that time on that topic from the Kyoto University. And in the topic was the living with hazards.
Thank you, sir. Okay, do you have any research work on transboundary research problem or research area?
Actually, transboundary research project needs the bilateral cooperation within the both country, within the both university and the different faculty members, the outside and inside the Bangladesh. So the both side of Bangladesh and the India side, we have some connections. There's some universities, some specialists, but problem is that the data sharing is not available. So that's why, though I have interest, but many of the researchers have interest to work on across the boundary, but the lack of the policy, lack of the data sharing capacity, so it is not easy in this situation. But at this moment, the satellite information and the website-based information, this information help us to conduct such type of cross-boundary river issues studies.
Well, thank you, sir. So you want to say that there is not enough scope of research in this field?
Due to the policy and data sharing capacity.
Data sharing capacity. Thank you, sir. No, I would like to know, basically, what is transboundary research or research problem, basically?
Actually, transboundary rivers, that means that those rivers is coming from outside the Bangladesh. And Bangladesh's location is the southern part of the Himalayan range. So that's why the Ganges River, the Brahmaputra River, the Meghna rivers, so these three major rivers, the sources of water and the catchment area, basin area, the maximum part is the southern part of the Himalayan side. And all the river is coming towards the Bangladesh and go into the Bay of Bengal. So among the 57 cross-boundary rivers, the 54 rivers is coming from India side. So these 54 rivers, when coming, so they have some water stations, they have some water gas stations outside our boundary side. But we need the information that when the hydrograph, if you observe the hydrograph, so when this water is increasing or when will be the peak time, So this information is very important as a lower riparian area, so that we can take some preparedness activities to resolve the problem. But problem is that it is not so easy. We are not getting enough information and data sharing from the upstream sites. So that's why this is very much difficulties. If you see that recently we are facing the Feni flood. So in this Meghna Basin area, so our capacity is not enough to warning to the local community. That's why the damage, the loss is very high comparative to other sites. So why it is happening? Because we don't have any data, we don't have any forecasting information from the outside of the territory. That means the India side. So when you know the Cherrapunji is the highest precipitation dense area in India, Assam sides. So when this Barak Basin through Surma Kushiara and also the Tripura side, due to the heavy precipitation in the Mizoram state, the Nagaland, the Tripura sides, this water is coming. When hydrograph is increasing the water level, so this information is not easy to get from the Bangladesh sides. And the Bangladesh need in this situation to strengthen their capacity without sharing that data from the India side. We need this data from the satellite so that we can warn the local people to minimize their loss and damage. So that's why the cross-boundary issue is very important for Bangladesh.
Thank you, sir. I studied in Sylhet Cadet College and I lived there from class 7 to class 12, 6 years. And I experienced this heavy rainfall. Cherrapunji is not far from Sylhet, sir. During last 2-3 days, we are facing heavy rainfall in Dhaka and some other places of Bangladesh, sir. So I'd like to ask you, what are the causes behind this heavy rainfall and what are the harms or damages we may face due to this heavy rainfall?
Actually, Bangladesh is the monsoon climatic region. So from June to September, this time we face the huge rainfall because this wind is coming from the Indian Ocean, from Bay of Bengal and Indian Ocean. So these wind is carry huge water, and it condensed in the upstream side, that means Himalayan southern sides, and due to the concentration is very high. So when the precipitation occurred, and this water is coming as a surface runoff through Bangladesh. So in this situation, so due to the monsoon climatic time, especially in this June and July, so this water with huge precipitation of water and carrying the huge water, that's why at present Bangladesh is facing the huge possibility of the flood risks in situation, and heavy precipitation is occurring in all over the Bangladesh.
Well, thank you, sir. Basically, we are a delta. Probably we are the biggest delta in this world. So on the one side, we have the Bay of Bengal. On the other side is Himalaya. So on the one hand, it is a blessing. We have sea and Himalaya mountain. It's a blessing. On the other hand, it may cause heavy rainfall or floods, something like this. So is there any possibilities of flood in this year in Bangladesh? In Feni, we are already facing, and other places?
So if you observe the satellite information, that means the cloud computing, we can say, the cloud computing situation. So at this time, the Himalayan eastern part, the southeastern part, is face the huge precipitation. So on that region, the Meghna Basin and some of the part of the Brahmaputra basin is facing this huge precipitation, and there is a possibility of flood. Already in the Meghna Basin side, we are facing the flood in the Feni district and Kumila district like last year, and especially this area is not used to face or handle the situation like flood situation. So this is a very new thing for them. But last year we faced a huge flood in this Feni, Kumilla, that region. So this year also they're facing the same situation. But this year precipitation rate is also very high. The recent monsoon situation, and we can say the cloud stream. So cloud stream is occurring from the Bay of Bengal, from Indian Ocean to the southern Himalayan side. So huge cloud is coming. So that's why there is a possibility also the other places, especially in the Sylhet region.
Sylhet region. Now, as regards Sylhet, Sylhet faced many floods during last 4 or 5 years, and some are blaming that all seasons road, which is constructed in the Haur, in the middle of the Haur. So what is your opinion? Should you break that all seasons road?
You know that we are staying in the lower riparian area, that means the basin outlet area. So huge water is coming from every year. In the dry season, we are facing the average discharge rate is the confluence flow of the three rivers, Ganges, Brahmaputra, Meghna, is around 1,500 to 2,000 cubic. But in monsoon, it's go up to more than 10 times. So when 10 times water is coming in the monsoon, do you have the capacity to retain this water? As a floodplain area, naturally we have this scope, but due to huge population pressure, unplanned settlement area, unplanned urbanization, industrialization, and also this wetland is converting into the agricultural lands. So that's why the water retention area is reducing year by year. But when in the monsoon, during monsoon, the more than 10 times water is coming, so these river channels have not the capacity to manage this water, to throw out this water. So that's why we are facing the flood. And in future, if we not conserve these such type of bowers, haurs, lake, and bills in our country, so there is a possibility, or there is a high possibility to face devastating loss and damage due to the upcoming floods.
Well, thank you, sir. As far as I know, that India is planning or already constructing a dam in Brahmaputra River, not far from China. I got the information from some seminars and from some sources of social media. Am I right, sir? Is it right?
Yes, in the Brahmaputra River is from the origin and its course is the major part is from the northern part of the Himalayas. That means the Tibetan region. So it's crossing. And after that, from the Arunachal Pradesh, it's come into the Indian part. And through the Arunachal Pradesh and the Assam, it's coming towards the Bangladesh. So within this course, the some hydro plant, a hydroelectric plant may develop it, but we don't have enough information right now. And they are planning to develop a huge dam on the upstream side and the China part. And also, India also preparing to develop another dam or like that, the huge water control structure on the Brahmaputra River. So problem is that within the neighboring country, we don't have the good relations among the China, India, Bangladesh. So if we have the good relation, India and China, and very good relation in India and Bangladesh, so there is a possibility for the data sharing, the basin-wise management plan. But they are doing the individually development or individually their water control structure. So it may hamper in the lower riparian area. For example, if China did something, there is some impact going towards the India. If India develops some water control structure in the upstream, of course, we may face some devastating result as a lower riparian area. So in this situation, we need the basin-wise cooperation among the neighboring countries from upstream to the downstream regions. So then it will be sustainable development and sustainable plan for the river course and the river water discharge level.
Thank you, sir. As I know that the Brahmaputra River is one of the largest rivers in the world, probably third or fourth
Yes.
places. Okay, and in our country, we are getting 60% waters from Brahmaputra River. So, if there will be built any such dams, what damages or what harm it may cause to our country?
After the Amazon and the Congo River, Southern America and the Africa, the third highest water discharge from this GBM basin. So Ganges, Brahmaputra, Meghna, this basin area. So yes, you mentioned is the right thing that the among the discharged water, around 60% water is coming from the Brahmaputra basin. So our livelihood, our river dynamics, our local, regional development, economic development, all are very well connected with this river. So if this water flow disrupted due to the upstream water control structures, of course, our environment, our biodiversity, our ecosystem, our livelihood will be hampered seriously.
Well, thank you, sir. As regard the European rivers, I mean international rivers, there are some probably international laws and rules. I would like to know in Europe, in the international rivers, are they constructing any dams or there are no dams, no obstacle in the flow of rivers?
We may say a good example of the river Rhine.
Yes.
In the Europe, in the river Rhine, when I visited some purposes in the Germany, the Bonn, so I observed that this river Rhine, the around 7 or 8 countries is sharing this water, and they are using this water as a water resource. Not only that, also the navigation purpose. So they didn't construct a huge dam. What will be hampered the regular water flow and discharge towards this Rhine channel, Rhine course, and will be negative impact on the lower riparian area. So they have the very good connection and cooperation among the countries. So we need some types of basin-wise commission, river commission, so that we can manage this water for our navigation as well as the other environmental activities.
Well, sir, as I know that there is a commission named Joint River Commission. Probably only Bangladesh and India, these two countries are the members of this commission.
Yes.
China is not the member.
No, not yet.
Do you think that we should include China in this commission?
Yes, there is a 3 basin, what I mentioned, and 3 basins characteristics is totally different, because Ganges River is coming from the India and Bangladesh, and if you go through the to the Brahmaputra basin, so there is Nepal, China, India, and Bangladesh is included over there. So if we develop the basin-wise river commission, because water doesn't know the international boundary.
Yes.
Water will not follow the international boundary, which country is it. So water will flow his own basin area. So if we develop the basin-wise river commission, it may be the 2 countries or 3 countries or 4 countries member. So this such type of joint river commission will make a good result for us. So it should be.
It should be. Thank you, sir. Today, fortunately, I got information from a source of social media that there are many rare earth elements found in the bottom of the Brahmaputra River. Is it the right information, sir? Like magnetite, like I say that, ilmenite, zircon, garnet, this type of rare earth elements are found in the river basin of Brahmaputra. Is it right, sir?
Yes. Among the 3 rivers, the Brahmaputra is very rich on that purpose, in the mineral purpose, because the origin of the Brahmaputra is from the Kailash mountain, from the western part of the Himalayan region. So after that, after origin of this Brahmaputra river, it crossed the Tibetan plate area. So Tibetan plate area is the mountain top area. So there is a huge minerals over there, and some glaciers is coming towards the top of the mountain Himalayas, and there is also on the way of this Brahmaputra river course there is a huge sand dunes over there. So our river's water characteristic is quite different from the other continent. This Brahmaputra river is carrying sediment. This sediment is our resources. That when you analyze this such type of suspended load, these sediments, there is a huge different types of minerals which are very much valuable. If we use it, if we maintain and transform it into the different purpose, so there is a possibility to get the benefits from these resources. But we have to aware that this is an environmental resource, so we should not withdraw too much resource so that there is a negative impact we may face in near future. So of course sustainably there is a possibility to use these natural resources.
Well, thank you, sir. In my childhood, in the myths, I read that there are three Ganges, like the Ganges on the surface, the Ganges underground, and the Ganges in the sky. Is it true from the point of view of science, sir, as a specialist? What can you say, sir?
Actually, the river, that means the surface runoff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you mentioned that what we see that this is the river, surface runoff. But when this evaporation going to the surface atmosphere, the huge cloud formation, and this cloud is moving towards a regular channel. For example, in this southern part of the Himalaya, from the Indian Ocean, the huge cloud is coming towards the eastern part, southeastern part of the Himalaya. So this flowing of cloud, we may say it's an atmospheric river. It's a kind of river.
Kind of river. Okay.
And another is the surface. On the surface, you can say the surface river, Ganges.
And
another is Himalaya is around the 9-kilometer height.
Yes.
So when this river is coming towards the Himalaya, so after precipitation, due to the infiltration, some portion of water is go inside the earth. But the soft layer of the earth is not so depth. But after the certain depth, there is an impermeable layer. That means the water cannot go inside. So on that side, during the monsoon, huge water stored in this impermeable layer, and this water is moving from the groundwater level. So this such type of movement of water makes some different types of physical features as well in the upstream side. So some people make mention this is also the underground river like that.
Underground river. Why I'm asking this question, that if we face problem with waters or water sharing with our neighboring countries, so will these two rivers, or sky river and the underground river, may save us?
Yes. In that purpose, I can say that irrigation purpose, every year we use the underground water. So when we withdraw the underground water, especially in the northwest Bangladesh, the Barin Tract, the Barin Tract, there is a project, the Marid Multipurpose Development Area. And such type of different deep tube well we dug and established to withdraw the huge groundwater for our irrigation purpose. So this groundwater reaches level is compared to the surface water runoff is very slow. So when we use or withdraw the huge water, our groundwater table decreased year by year. So in monsoon, during monsoon, such type of surface runoff and subsurface runoff, that means groundwater movement, they recharge themselves automatically because from the northern part of Bangladesh, from the India to Bangladesh Brahmaputra river side, the plate is slowly as southeastern side slope, maintain the southeastern side slope. So such type of slope is help us to recharge our groundwater table. So what you mentioned, the groundwater river. So yes, such type of upstream or downstream or surface river help us different way.
Okay, sir. Okay, but, to just those water from the rain, I mean, rainwater. Can you make barrages or something like containers, artificial containers, to keep them during the rainy season and later use it for our purposes? Can you make?
Already, the water scarcity area of Bangladesh, they are doing this. If you go the coastal area, you know the our coastal region, the within the 1 meter elevation higher from the main sea level. So that's why these areas, rivers are during the high tide. So this is the salinity water is coming towards the rivers. So that's why fresh water is not available on that area. So these people are facing the fresh water for their drinking and the household purpose, domestic purpose. So rainwater is their only one source of water on that situation. So that's why the many coastal region of Bangladesh, they are storing their rainwater harvesting plant, and they're developing, and they are preserving this rainwater in our different types of storage tank, such type of tank. They preserve 3 to 6 months some places. So this helps them very much. So yes, they are using this rainwater.
Probably it is done by the private sources. I mean, okay, the
private level, yes, domestic purpose.
Domestic purpose.
And some development organizations helping them to give some technological support, and some places is the financial supports.
Okay, any initiative from government to store this rainwater?
Actually, massively, the government has not such type of huge program. Some NGOs is doing water sanitation purpose, and they are supporting them. But it is really tough to provide the every households government level initiative. But centrally, from the government, we can do the alternative options. For examples, on that region, our coastal regions, the many ponds excavated from the 100 years back or 1,000 years back, some places. But we can preserve such type of freshwater ponds. We can raise their boundary of this river so that high tide cannot go inside the saline water. So these waters is very useful for the coastal peoples. So we may develop such type of water storage. We may increase the water storage capacity in the southern sides, southern Bangladesh.
History is very much significant. That if we read history, we can find that our ancestors, they use some methods to store waters and to protect it from saline waters. So what's in our country? Is there any evidence from history that which can show us the about that ancient methodology of our ancestors to store or preserve drinking water?
Yes, local communities are also practicing such type of ancient for the water purification from saline water to into the fresh water. So they are using the earthen pot, and they are using the coal they are, after cooking, they are storing with this coal. This coal and this sand layer, and also you may say the broken the bricks. So such type of things is using to extract the salinity and to purify the saline water into the fresh water. So such type of practice, indigenous knowledge-based practice is going on the water-scarce area of the southern part of Bangladesh.
Well, sir. Now, as regards that, you see that, you have already mentioned that the issue is a burning issue, an important issue for Bangladesh, India, and China. So all these three countries should sit together to solve this type of issues or this type of problems. I have already mentioned. Now, we had a treaty named Ganges Water Sharing Treaty in 1996. So how effective it was or it is now?
Actually, Ganges Water Treaty is a positive side for the both country, but recently we face the such type of the water discharge is not properly maintaining according to this treaty. Though we have the treaty, the lowest water discharge and the highest water discharge, but in the treaty it is not mentioning the highest water discharge will be what.
It is not mentioned.
But it is mentioned. So in this regards, not only the Ganges river case, the 54 rivers is coming from the outside the Bangladesh. Every river needs such type of treaty that during dry season, how much water we will get. And of course, we have to maintain the environmental flow first. Then our livelihood and ecosystem needs the other portion of the water. Then the upstream country may withdraw the surplus water. That means during dry season, no country, that means upstream, downstream, both countries should not withdraw any water, because in the dry season, this river has only the environmental flow. So we may withdraw this water during the monsoon season, because 10 times water is coming during monsoon. So every treaty should mention such type of condition that yes, if we need the water, of course we may withdraw the water during the monsoon, not the dry season, because dry season is very important for the environmental flow. So this is the situation, and I think from not only this India and Bangladesh, we should sit together in this basin, GBM basin area, the China, the Nepal, Bhutan, India, Bangladesh, all together, and basin-wise, what kind of water control structures may hamper in the downstream countries. So we should not develop such kind of structure, because if you made a cross dam, if you make a hydroelectric project dam, if you make a inter-river linkage project, so of course it will hamper the lower riparian area. So I think the season-wise water distribution is very important, and of course basin-wise all the country together, not only one country or two country within the Commission.
Well, sir, during the period of our late President Sheikh Ziaur Rahman, an agreement was signed in 1977 for water sharing of Ganges River. And we know that huge water at that time we received from their side. What about today's condition? Are we getting so much water now?
Yes, actually, if I say this Ganges Treaty, the background, it was initiated in the 1960s. So on that time, the plan was that divert the Ganges water to the Hooghly River to convert this water from Ganges to the Kolkata River for the navigation purpose, and as well as with the navigation, the sediment transfer. So for that purpose, they developed the Farakka barrage. And then when the Farakka barrage developed, there is a treaty between India and Bangladesh in 1977-78 at that time. And within this treaty, it was mentioned that the minimum water flow from India to Bangladesh will be ensured 34,000 cubic of water. But it was the 5 years treaty.
5 years treaty, yes.
But after that, it was not renewed after a long times. So problem is that they are not maintaining the minimum flow of this water. Recently, some season of the dry season, we face that it's below the 80,000 cubic of water. So where it was mentioned the 35,000 of cubic water. And what is the problem when you will withdraw the water and you will not maintain your commitment? For example, the water is not coming and the riverbed is dry. The minimum flow is going through to the river channel. So sedimentation will be higher because water flow is not too much. So deposition will be higher, the riverbed will be silted up. So during monsoon, they are not following any calculation. What amount of water will come from the upstream. When the huge water is coming, that means 10 times, or some places more than 10 times water is coming, the river channel has no capacity to carrying this water. So that time, this water hit to the both side of the bank and occurred the huge riverbank erosion in Bangladesh. So such type of problem we are facing not only in the Farakka barrage, not only in the Ganges River area, we're also facing all the river sides in Bangladesh. You know, Bangladesh is an agriculture-based country. That many people depends on the agriculture, and our agricultural system. There is this irrigation system. Also, the poor farmers depend on the rain-fed irrigation or seasonal flow of water. It is very important for their agriculture and their livelihood. So when this water usually not coming in the dry season, but in the monsoon, the huge water is coming without notification, without early warning, without forecasting, so they are not prepared. So many people, around 8 to 10% population is living within this riverbed area. That means we may mention is shoreland people, the shoreland area. So these people are facing different types of flood and erosion and natural hazards due to this problem. So in the upcoming treaties or the near future, we should develop all the rivers treaty, and we should mention this minimum water flow and also the highest water flow, the both, so that we may prepare for the upcoming flood management issues and flood management practices.
Thank you, sir. Now, a very important question that how do the upstream dams and barrages impact the river morphology and its flow in Bangladesh?
Yes, there is a good connection of the previous question and this question. You can feel but realize the situation. This water is coming from the upstream. You don't know the water level from your side. So when they make a barrage or dam, they are reducing water by maintaining their interest. How much water they will release, they know that. But if I don't know how much water they will release, we have no preparation. For example, water is not coming instantly at a time. This flow is increasing gradually. This monsoon is coming, the rainfall is occurring, precipitation occurred, so water level is higher. So in this floodplain area, we are used to it with this. But due to some water control structure or barrage, this water, they withdraw from the other side. We don't predict, we cannot predict the river character that time, because it is controlled by, monitored by the upstream peoples and their structures. But when they face the huge flood situation, they open all the barrages, all the sluice gates. So huge water is coming. This is not the usual water. This is the man-made devastating activities. So our lower riparian area, those people are living in this riverine area, riverine environment, they are not used to face such type of situation. So when huge water is coming, sudden flood is coming, so their livelihood, their livestock, their homestead area, their agricultural production, everything damaged. So this is the problem. So if we made some water control structure or dam or barrage in the upstream, so if you construct it, of course, the upper riparian area and lower riparian area, the joint river commission, and all together we should sit together and to maintain this natural water flow. Otherwise, it will be not a help to our country or also our people.
Thank you, sir. Probably I covered all the important questions, sir. Anything left?
No, finally, I want to say that our country is the GBM Basin's lower riparian area, and we are the monsoon climatic region country. So during dry season and the monsoon season, there is a huge difference between the both season of water flow, because monsoon water flow and the dry season water flow, it is more than 10 times. So we should we should develop our capacity, the more and more the water retention area. Flood water retention area is very important. If we don't have such type of flood water retention area, we cannot manage this flood situation. Every year, year by year, their precipitation rate will be unpredictable due to climate change. Some situation, the monsoon, the concentration of rainfall, the precipitation will be changed. So in this situation, if we not prepare ourselves to maintain the flood water retention area, so we cannot manage this water situation. We have to face the flash flood like Sylhet and Feni region more and more.
Well, sir, an issue is left, that is Tista water sharing. So can you tell a few words about this Tista water sharing and the barrages we are going to construct?
So any kind of water control structure or barrage or dam is harmful for the riverine area, riverine environment, and also upstream and downstream water. So it should not be developed in such type of barrage or program. So we should remove all types of barrage from the upstream to the downstream area. And treaty, of course, the sources of Tista is from the Sikkim, northern part of Sikkim. So it's coming through the Sikkim, the West Bengal, then the Bangladesh. So from the previous last time, we faced that Indian government and Bangladeshi government has the good commitment, but the province area, the state minister is not agreed with them. So that's why in the regional context, of course, all the parties, all the stakeholders should sit together and should develop such type of water sharing treaty, especially for Tista. And we found that from the upstream, I visited personally in the northern Sikkim when the source point of the Tista River. And I found that the many hydroelectric project dam, many small dams developed in the upstream area. So any kind of dam is harmful for the river ecology and river diversity and river environment and environmental flow. So we should not develop such type of dam. So they should remove all types of dam. And of course, there is a huge difference between the monsoon water flow and the dry season water flow. So we should sit together and we should develop such type of sustainable water management treaty for the Tista River.
Thank you, sir. Another issue, important issue, that is that should we include in our school curriculum a river study, water management, on this type of studies in our school curriculum?
As Bangladesh is a floodplain country and 230 rivers is crisscross our country, and there is also the two season, dry and monsoon season. So water, river, floodplain is well connected to our life, livelihood, and our daily activities. So if we study such type of things, the wetland, the river, the water, floodplain, so it will help us to develop our different types of development activities. So our school children, they are the future leader, the future national leaders. They should know such type of basic knowledge. So I think such type of knowledge should incorporate in the mainstream of our school education as our education system. So it will help us to conserve, to preserve our environment as well as riverine environment.
Thank you, sir. We had a very nice discussion. Dear audience, I think that you enjoyed our today's discussion. So this is the end of our today's discussion. Hope to see you again in our next episode. Assalamu alaikum.